Hey there! With this season of the GeoFS games coming to the end, I want to ask you a quick question. Would you like to see more seasons of the GeoFS games? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, let's get on with the show. What up, tubers? It's Bunny here with my co-pilot Wormy. And in this week's video, we're back in Geo Flight Simulator. So without further ado, let's get into it. So for the November event of the GeoFS games, we are here in Amsterdam. Now, this event is going to be the vertical shot challenge. Namely, how high can an aircraft fly vertically before stalling? And then also, how soon can that aircraft recover? That basically describes the objective of this event. But let me give a demonstration. So, we are here at runway 18 right at the Amsterdam International Airport. I'm in an Alpha Jet right now for demonstrating this event. So 18 right, 36 left. This is the longest runway at the airport. So this is why I choose that. So basically what you have to do, if I release the brake, and let's see, no flaps for this. We need as high a speed as possible. Margaret. Oh, come on, Wormy, you'll be fine. What could go wrong? So throttle up to maximum thrust. And then basically we just have to run the whole length of the runway, and hopefully I don't spin out. This aircraft kind of sort of has a penchant for spinning out if you let it, and also basically kind of rolling over. So let's see. We're just going on. Okay, so we kind of got airborne. That's going to be fine. So we're just going to want to stay low to the ground. And now we're at the end of the runway, so I pull up. And basically we have to go on the vertical and stay vertical as much as possible for as long as possible. And if I can keep this thing stays correct. Okay, gotta get back up to 90, 90, 90. There we go. So we're on the vertical, kind of, sorta. So points are received for each flight level you go up. So we're at 10,000 feet now, so that's going to be flight level 100. So we've received 100 points. Okay, so we're about to stall out here at about 11,000 feet. So actually, pause it. Okay, so we're just about in our apogee of 10,980 feet, rounding to the nearest flight level. Okay, I just realized something. I gotta make a correction. Each flight level is 100 feet high. So, therefore, we've reached 10,980 feet. So, this is going to be 109 points. So, the Alpha Jet gets 109 points. Now comes the next part of the challenge, which is namely, how soon can I recover this? Now, because of this portion, the aircraft would only get a fraction of the 109 points. So for example, if I was able to recover at about 10,000 feet, I would get it would be 100 over 109, something like that. And actually, if I pull up, and you're not considered recovered until you are level. So let's see. I am at an altitude of 9,715-ish feet. We'll just go with 97. So that would be 97 out of 109. Now, Wormy will handle doing the calculations after each of the aircraft's flights. He will handle that bit, and then we can determine how many points that aircraft would receive in the end. Basically, just like that. Now, if I may go ahead and land this aircraft, then we can go ahead and show you the competing field for the November events. And now Wormy will present this month's field. Mercury. 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 And once again, we are in the Royal Dutch Airlines livery. And this is appropriate livery since we are in the Netherlands. Mercury. I get the feeling that this could potentially be our winner. I'm just saying. So, we shall go ahead and start with the winner of last month's competition, the Boeing 737-700. It was able to glide the furthest. Well, actually, it glided about the same as also the Concorde and the F-16, but it stayed aloft the longest. And speaking of staying aloft, if I just push the elevators down just a little bit, and if we go ahead and go full throttle, I'm going to be the pilot for this event. Wormy would rather not die again. Great. Oh yeah, if I just go ahead and full throttle, and I push the elevators down because once the aircraft gets to about 100 knots, the nose would start to lift on its own, and I want to try to stay as close to the ground as possible while making this run up to the end of the runway. Great. And of course, no flaps because we just want as little drag as possible as we build up the speed so that we can go on the vertical once we reach the end of the runway. So, yeah, I'm approaching about 200 knots. I could probably just let it level off. So the nose actually does come up a little bit. And if we go ahead now, pull up. Here we go! Okay, we're getting the stall warning. That is to be expected. Now if I just let the thing... okay, we're about to stall out and pause it. So, that did not nearly get as high as did the Alpha Jet. Now, the Alpha Jet is not in the competition, so its points do not count. Well, let's see. We got to an altitude of 2,700 feet, rounding to the nearest 100 feet. So that is going to be 27 points. Now, can I recover this? Pray that I do so. Yeah! Oh, yes! Yes, 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 I was able to recover that thing. Whew! So, yeah. Yes, it's probably not going to do too well in this competition. But we'll just see what the other airplanes have to offer. I'll go ahead and land the same, but otherwise, on to the next craft. Alright, next up is the Pitch Special, the biplane. So, this thing's going to want to take off, like, right away, so I will allow it that. But I want to try to stay below 100 feet altitude while we do our run along. Okay, steady as she goes. Okay, steady. Okay, steady, we're flying low. Flying low, no problemo. Hey, Dusty Crophopper is good at flying low. But then again, he was born a plane, will die a plane. I was born a rabbit, will die a rabbit. Margaret? Oh, shut up, Wormy! As we approach the end of the runway, and pull up! Yippee-ki-yay! Yeehaw! Okay, 1,000 feet. We past 1,000 feet. Ah! Whoa! Okay, we didn't go as high as the other aircraft, so let's see. 1,300 feet. So I'm going to round down to this is going to be 13. Now pray that I can recover this thing. Right away, I recover it. Boom, baby. Woo! Let's go ahead and bring this thing back down to the ground and then on to the next aircraft. Piper Cub, meet your fate in this game. Because it really isn't too likely that this aircraft will make it beyond this event. Because it's not built for racing, it's not built to go high speeds. I would be lying if I described this thing as having a high power to weight ratio. But we are getting some speed. We're up to 80 knots. And I can actually keep it on the ground as, you know, a Piper Cub is basically like a car with wings. That's what it is. I can just make the slightest corrections, and I could drive this thing along the interstate if I wanted to. Of course, I'd probably want to drive it along a 3-lane interstate highway, and I'd want to remain in the middle lane, and, you know, these kinds of vehicles could never be street legal, just because they're otherwise rather big and bulky. You know, if you could come up with a way to fold up the wings, you know, you could have maybe like 2 engines, one for car driving, one for propeller rotating and flying. That way you could have a flying car theoretically. As we approach the threshold, and we go ahead and pull up, go on the vertical, up and away, baby. And whoa! Are you kidding me? Not even 400 feet. That's going to be 4 points. It don't look good for this aircraft. And I might even be dead! Ready, mamacita. Let's see how you, my F-16, do on this challenge. So afterburners engaged, we're full thrust. Let's try to keep this thing on the ground as much as possible until we get to the end of the runway. And I've actually done a test run using the Sukhoi Su-35 before, and I was able to get to 30,000 feet before I stalled in that aircraft. And up and away! Gear up, gear up, gear up, gear up, gear up. You can send this thing to space if you wanted! Wee-hoo! And see, we're still going almost 400 miles. See, up and away. Okay, we just passed 10,000 feet. We're going higher than we went in the Alpha Jet. And this thing is barely slowing down. See, this thing has a super high power to weight ratio. It's just unbelievable. 20,000 feet already, and we're still going over 300 knots. We could reach space in this thing. Actually, there's a little fun kind of bug that I discovered once. I don't know at this point if it still works, but if you check out my Instagram, you can kind of see this strange little bug that I found out. So, okay, I'm gonna need to make some sort of quick correction. Come on, come on, come on. Stay on the vertical. Oh, we're about to stall, aren't we? As we near 40,000 feet, I can't keep this thing aloft for too much longer. Oh! 40,000 feet. Actually, the total pointage is going to be 401. I think we have another winner on our hands if I can recover this thing. Done! We have a winner! That's it. No questions asked, no doubt about it. We have this month's winner of the Jeff's games. It is definitely the F-16 Fighting Falcon, and at this point, it's also clear that the Piper Cub is going home because it didn't even reach 500 feet altitude. So, yeah, it's clear that the F-16 is this month's winner. You know, this challenge might have been a little longer and more interesting if I had done it closer to the beginning of this season of Geo Flight Simulator. I guess I really didn't do it that soon, however, just because my first event had been some sort of takeoff challenge. Let's see, I see a runway. Let's go ahead and land over there. I know without a doubt that we have our 3 remaining aircraft set for the last event next month. Our 3 remaining planes are the F-16 Fighting Falcon. We have the Boeing 737-700, and we have the Pitt Special. Those are our 3 remaining planes, and look how I managed to just stick the landing like that. Whoo! Now this was an interesting event, I've got to tell you. Now before I close this video, I want to ask you guys a question. Would you like me to do more seasons of the Jeff's games? Like, would you like me to make these Jeff's games an annual thing? Because I'd be excited to do that on a yearly basis. Like maybe like 1 year I do like supersonic jets, so like small high speed jets, let's say. So you could like star the Alpha jets, the F-16, Sukhoi, and there's also over here in this menu, there's an A-10 Thunderbolt 2. So you could have like a small Jeff's Game season with that. But I don't know. There's like many possible ideas. There's many possible seasons of Jeff's games that I could do. Let me know. Would you like me to do more seasons of the Jeff's games? Well, with the end of that event, that's going to go ahead and do it for this episode of the Jeff's Games. So in the next video, Wormy and I are going to go back to Kerbal Space Program, and we're actually going to be wrapping up Season 2 of that series as well. We're going to be doing a quick Christmas special. We're going to be doing kind of a Christmas special, because at that point, we'll be having the Christmas season upon us already. Can you believe it? 2020's gone by quite quickly. Anyway, I'm going to be wrapping up the Season 2, called New Possibilities, by improving upon a design that I created to actually kick off this season. Namely, I am building an ultimate sleigh. This one will be 2.0. But anyway, that's just about everything. That's going to go ahead and conclude this week's video. So for Wormy Capellier, I'm Rabbit McFlopsy. We hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you all next time. India Alpha Bravo, Mercury, checking out. Oh, come on, Wormy, you'll be fine. What could go wrong? It don't look good for this aircraft. And I might even be dead!